Oh, looks like there's some drama in Senatobia, and this will impact you if you live in Tate County and ever have a fire emergency. The Fire and Rescue Department in Senatobia, Mississippi has announced that they're no longer going to be responding to dispatches from the county for emergency services starting at the end of January. This means that they're no longer the go-to department for 911 calls in the area, and it falls on the county instead, which, correct me if I'm wrong here, I believe is primarily volunteer departments. So why is this happening? Well, part of it stems from the closure of a fire department on the west side of the city that happened a while back. That was before the population really started to take off again in the city. They closed it, but now they need it. So right now, just that one department is responsible for the whole city and parts of the county. Now, they're okay doing that, but to do that, they say they need a little more cash. And that, as always, is where the drama really starts. So currently, Tate County pays the Senatobia Fire Department $30,000 a year, just $30,000 to cover all of this area outside of the city. But with the city expanding, the fire department's been trying to move to more of a career department. That means fewer volunteers and more full-time staff. So that $30,000, it doesn't even pay half of the salary of a firefighter, especially when you add in benefits. So the city went back to the county and said, look, we're happy to do this for you, but you're going to need to cough up at least $200,000 a year. Well, the county saw that and said, how about $45,000? Now, this went back and forth, until finally the city said, all right, we can do it for $75. Can we make $75 work? And the county said no. Now, a few folks have suggested that there might be some sour grapes involved here. The country club just outside of Senatobia is one of those areas in the county that the city was covering with their fire services. That's the same country club where Representative Trey Lamar famously lives. The very same Trey Lamar that appropriated millions of dollars of taxpayer money to go to his country club to fix up that golf course. So I imagine that there's probably some folks going, wait a second, you can find millions of dollars for golf cart paths and roundabouts, but you can't find $45,000 to help make sure our firefighters have a living wage? But politics aside, this is a very dangerous situation for folks in Tate County who live just outside of Senatobia. And while volunteer firefighters are very brave and very selfless, and this isn't at all a knock on what they do, but a volunteer fire department just isn't a replacement for a full-time fire department. Despite the dedication of the volunteer firefighters, simply based on the distance that they have to travel and the lack of resources, these departments are ranked around an 8 or a 9 as their classifications on a scale of 1 to 10, where 1 is superior. And again, not a knock at all on the volunteer firefighters. My uncle was a volunteer firefighter. I know what they go through. Hopefully, though, the city and the county can come to an agreement, because as it stands right now, if you live in Tate County and your house catches fire, there is no guarantee that help is going to get there in time.